Smith has the hottest product to beat the heat of the summer. I'm Chris with jerry'soutdoorsports.com, and this is the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. The first Smith & Wesson Bodyguard was released to some mixed reviews at best and was disdained by others at its worst. It sold well enough that it lived on for a while, but Smith & Wesson realized that they could do better. Much better. The Bodyguard 2.0 is that and more. Comes with a 10 and 12 round magazine in the box, but that extra capacity has not come at the expense of size. It's 5.5 inches long, 4 inches tall, and an amazing 0.88 inches wide. When it comes to features and controls, the 2.0 is well appointed. Whoever is in charge of the cocking serration department at Smith & Wesson deserves a raise. These are some of the absolute best I have ever seen on the market. They're angled and deep so you can get a purchase easily on it, but they're beveled in such a way that after a long day at the range, it's not tearing your hand up. If you choose a model that has a safety, then the Bodyguard 2.0 safety has a really aggressive skateboard tape-like texture on there, and it's very, very stiff. It's almost a two-handed affair to get the safety on, but taking the safety off is just a simple flick of the thumb. A lot of people feel like small 380s have too much recoil, but the Bodyguard 2.0 is actually really comfortable to shoot all day, and that owes to the fact that it's not a direct blowback system like a Walther PPK, but instead uses a Browning locking system like we see on its bigger cousins. It's really comfortable to run all day, even when you're running some of the spicier ammos out there. That is spicy. Oh, that Gold Dot is just spicy as could be. The sights are actually meaningful on the 2.0. On the back, you've got a blacked out rear with serrations to eliminate glare on there. And the front is a nice bright orange dot with a tritium vial in the center of it. The mag release is just a slightly smaller version of what you see on its bigger M&P brethren, but it's still really easy to use, and mag's drop free. The only thing that I would argue is a bit too shrunken on this is the slide lock. It's a little bit hard to activate, but Smith & Wesson does tend to prefer that you just slingshot their slides. When it comes to the Bodyguard 2.0's range manners, as I said earlier, it's really soft shooting. The trigger never gets in your way and breaks at about 3.5 pounds, give or take. As far as the form factor on it, it follows its bigger M&P brethren, with a little safety dongle in there and then a pseudo flat face trigger in there. The rear sight is notched out fairly wide, so it doesn't clutter your sight picture as you try to pick up your target. And that orange dot, while nice, if it was up to me, I'd ditch the tritium vial in it and just keep a nice big orange dot there. The only thing that I didn't really care for when I was shooting is that this tends to be a fairly gassy gun. After a few hours on the range, I noticed that my hand was getting caked in carbon just from gases leaking out, but I never felt hot gases coming out on my hand. If I had to guess, it's because they trimmed so much on the frame to get it so thin. Okay. I shot the Bodyguard with bunches of different ammo, and I had 100% reliability with all of them, and I never had an instance where the slide didn't lock to the rear on the last round. That being said, the Speer Gold Dot is spicy, spicy stuff. I'm not sure I really liked it. It didn't recoil all that hard. It just, you could tell there was a lot of energy going out the front there. If I was to buy a Bodyguard, I would probably keep the G9 defense ammo in there. I've been really impressed with everything I've seen from these, and it ran with 100% reliability. That is spicy. Oh, that Gold Dot is just spicy as could be. If you're the kind of person who pushes old people and small children down to get to your summer shorts the instant it hits 80 degrees, then this needs to be sitting on the dresser ready to slip in the pocket of those shorts. Or if you want to go out for a run with a belly band on, I can't imagine a better choice than this being in it. This is one of the most ultimately portable systems out there that you really have no excuse to leave at home. Smith really stepped up their game for the Bodyguard 2.0. When their first try fell a little bit flat, they sucked it up and did a whole redesign on it. If you're looking for a pocket or purse gun, then make sure you ask for the Bodyguard 2.0 and you won't be disappointed. Anyway, I'm Chris for Jerry'sOutdoorSports.com, and I'll see you next time.